Welcome back, guys. Backyard Builds with me here. Out here in the old shop, puttering around again tonight. I had a nice day here today. Sun was shining, nice day out. Of course, we're stuck working in shops. You know, not out in the sunshine, should be, but it is what we do, right? And yeah, worked on an old excavator today, bunch of wiring, regular daytime work, you know, that type of deal. But anyhow, was on the old 57 here. I did do a little more work on it the other night, and I'm going to show you what I found. We found some gooders in this old thing we did. See if we can get you down in here and get light on the situation. Oh, maybe we don't need light on the situation. Don't matter. All right, let's see here. We have one spot. We have a lovely broken valve spring. Yeah, that's one issue that we're gonna not worry about that. We're not gonna worry about that. And what else it had? We had one lifter totally collapsed. She's collapsed right down in. She's collapsed good, that one is. And then, that's one collapsed lifter. And we got four other lifters. I don't know if we can see this or not. Get it up close. Look how she's chewed right down into the lifter. She's chewed. Just, look, upside down. She's in there just like a cereal bowl, guys. Just like a cereal bowl. This one here is more sloped. And let's see, there's another one more as bad as that one. There's cranked up side to the ways wore. It actually didn't wear the cam. The cam actually has no wear on it down in there. But, and then the rockers here, when you tear the rocker apart on the, so there's a piece of rocker runs down inside there. See this is a good one. See, it's still got the groove for the oil in it there. There's only about 3 of them that are good. And where you see the groove, see this one here? The groove is wore right off it. So, and she's wore right up in the inside the rocker. So I've come to the conclusion on this old girl that I'm going to pull that motor out. She's coming out. And we're going to pull it out. Just the cam's too big for the valve train in it. And she's full of filings. All that filings down in it. So I've got a 460. I want to put the 460 in it, but in order for me to, in order for me to put the 460 in it, I've got to pull the motor out of the van, take all the fuel injection off it, put an intake on it, and it's a lot of time I don't really have right now. And I still want to drive the car. So I actually found another motor today that a guy has taken out of a running truck. He took it out because he's putting, what is he putting in it? He took that out to put either a 427 or 429, one or the other. I can't remember what he said. But he took that motor out to put that in. And it was a good running motor. He was driving it last week. And then within the deal I'm getting, he's got a 4-barrel intake. The guy had it. I forgot he even had it when I was looking for one the other week. I knew the guy. And I seen the intake years ago. I just forgot. And just happened to run into him today. And he's got a 4-barrel intake there, aluminum one, that's going to come in the deal. And no money involved. We're just trading off work. I'll do a little work. You know, trade off, bargain system. Going to be good. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna start pulling this thing. And we're gonna start pulling it and getting it ready. I'll get a bunch of stuff off here, jack it up, do the bottom first. And with if I would have put the 460 in it, I would have had to buy a set of headers, would have had build different motor mounts. Tranny's the same, and then my power steering stuff all would have been different. So it would have been quite a bit more work, which I just don't have the time for right now. What I'm going to do with the 460 though is I will pull that sometime this summer. I'll pull the 460 out of the camper van that it's in, and then if I could find a set of pre-72 heads so I could run the tunnel ram. That's my whole plan with that motor. And then I got to buy 2 new carburetors for the tunnel ram. So right now I'll just buy this other motor. Well, trading for this other motor and just drop it in here, and gets me down the road this summer and maybe next summer till whenever I get the parts. So yeah, that's enough of me babbling on. I might as well jump right in here and should I jack it up first? We're just going to unhook some of this front end stuff off the motor. We'll unhook the power steering pump, unhook the alternator. I actually ordered a Delco Remington alternator for this last week. It's supposed to be here next couple of days anyways, because this one don't charge. And I'm not going to run any of that electrical stuff there. We'll just put a Delco Remington on it and call her happy days, one wire. All right, guys, I'm going to throw this here on the magnet and start tearing some stuff apart. Be right back. Yeah, back at you here. Picked up a few things. Got you on the old magnetical situation here. And get a few things apart. I already hit the old drain pails. Drain pails are drained out down underneath there now. I don't know how I ended up with these. I don't smoke, but I always end up with lots of tobacco canisters, which are great for these things. And I'm not even worried about dropping anything down this motor. This motor is going to make a great boat anchor or parts, is what she'll be. Boat anchor or parts. I'll keep it around. I do have to use the oil pan off of this motor, the oil pan in the pickup on the truck motor. So different sump, different pickup. And this motor here does have a brand new oil pan on it. When I got it, that's what they had already been done. And this whole electrical situation on this here alternator is going away. We're not going to run none of that. Not run none of that. So, back to work with Dougie tomorrow. Kind of excited for that. I haven't seen Dougie since last week. So we're back on that tomorrow. And back on the Dougie. Back to the square body shaft tomorrow. And we got, I was building the rear box cross member where the mounts box. Rear cross member in the box there last week. So I'll be back to finishing that up. We don't have any videos of that either, now that I think about it. Last week I didn't get nothing of that, show any of it. So maybe this week we can get a couple videos of that. That old belt's toast. Gone. So we want to get this here electrical apparatus. We're getting rid of that all. All of it. Leave the solenoid on. I'm excited to drive this car. I was not expecting to do quite this much. But it's in the shop. I might as well pull the motor out of it now. And then I can at least, if I don't get the motor on the weekend, if something happens I don't get there, I can pull the car out and put it out of the way if something happens. But I'm pretty sure, I don't think I have anything else coming in here right off the bat, so I should be able to pull it, and hopefully we can get the other motor and get it ready and put it back in next week. my fuel tank and stuff will be here next week for it. So then we got to cut the trunk floor out and do the fuel tank in it. The 68 Mustang fuel tank bolts in the floor. We're going to build a frame in there, and that won't be too bad at all doing that part. I don't mind doing that. All right, now we got to get this here box off here. That's a half. Where's my driver at? Sit right down here. Driver on there and a 1/2 inch. Pop the rear bolts out. Do a little extra. I don't have to take these out right now. I want to get rid of this here with that alternator. So, and then the other motor has the factory Duraspark distributor in it, which I'm going to leave the Duraspark distributor in it. The Duraspark is actually a better distributor than these HEIs, but that's what was in this motor when I got it. So that's what I was running. Not going to run it no more though. We're going to swap her out. I'll get this here, the antifreeze out. We'll get a few things off of here tonight. A good little start on moving forward and getting ready. Good little start. I can go to the ground if it wants to. I still got a hold of it, but it could go to the ground if it wants to. These older Ford alternators, they're good when they work with the regulator on, external regulator, but I've actually taken a few of them and used an early 80s Ford Tempo and Mustang and stuff, in the mid 80s, I guess, sorry, mid 80s. They had a built-in regulator and you could wire them ones in, the older stuff, and get rid of this. Usually you only have to change the V-belt pulley over to a serpentine belt and they bolt right in the same place. Okay, that actually gives us a point for a chain. Then we got a ground wire down here. Where's the 9/16? Hope everybody had a great day. It was actually nice and sunny here today. Had the air conditioning on in my car. First time I've had a car with air conditioning in a lot of years. So that was kind of nice for a change. The old Charger. Good just get around vehicle. You need them too, right? Okay. There's that. So we should move on to the headers. We'll leave that header alone. Starter wire. We'll get that starter off. Take the wire off here and let it go down with it. So I'm going to leave the transmission right in it. Transmission doesn't have to come out. The other one's already got the flywheel. The other one's already bolted to a C6, but it was 4-wheel drive. Flywheel's already on that one. Okay, let's break on through to the other side. Cut down here, bring this with me to the other side. Lay these right down in there. I wonder if I can get you guys up here a little bit higher. Can you see what's going on here? Get over here. We'll stick you down in here. Where's the power steering here? Not going to see that there. Not going to see it there either. Put you back up here, I guess. So, still doesn't show you nothing. There, we're going to pull this power steering off now. 2 9/16 ratchet wrench. 9/16 ratchet. Right there. all the bracketry bolt right on. Same bushings and all that stuff. That'll make it good. That'll make her good. I'm going to do the trade-off. And the trade-off is going to be for, Buddy's got a 79 Ford two-wheel drive, F-150. And yeah, it's a 429 in it, two-wheel drive. And he bought a four-wheel drive, which had the 400 in it, automatic. But the frame and stuff is in really good shape, so he pulled the body and stuff off it. And I'm going to trade off. I'm going to clean the frame and paint the frame for him. And he's going to buy a lift kit. We're going to put a lift kit in it. So some of it will be trade-off, some of it will be work, you know. And I'm kind of excited. I'm glad that I can finally start to get to do some of them, the jobs that you like, things you like to work on. If you can get things you like to work on, it's not work anymore. It makes it a lot better. It doesn't feel like work when you get to work on something that you enjoy working on. So, makes it a lot better. Hopefully I can keep doing that. Here's hoping. And that weather stays being nice around here. I'll be able to get the F600 motor and stuff running there. We'll do a wilt start on that and get that running. All good stuff. All good stuff. Put these back in there so I know right where they're going. Power steering pump, I'm just going to tie that up out of the way. Kind of sucks. I was hoping I wasn't going to have to do this. Way she goes, boys. Way she goes. Way she goes. Sometimes she goes and sometimes she don't. Right? Pretty sure the intake I'm getting is a Wien intake for the 400. I'll probably do a video getting the intake. I got to pull it off another motor in a junkyard, and probably do a video on that. I'm thinking do a video on that and get it off. That belt there was all right. The other one wasn't. So I just wanted to do a little video here tonight of me tearing some of this stuff here off, getting ready for what we're going to end up doing. It's 9:30 at night here, and I'm here by myself, so it don't matter what time I go in when I get tired, right? And when I get tired, no matter what time I go in, my old cat still be happy to see me. He won't mind. Come on, there. Bottom right is. Come on. That old song. I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was a baller. I wish I had a girl's number I would call her. There we go. That's off. Okay, we got power steering unhooked. Rad's unhooked other than the tranny lines. And that fuel line coming in there. What a collaboration that looks like. I got pliers here, yeah. Right to the floor. Away she goes. Away she goes. I'm going to jack it up here soon anyways. We'll get her jacked up and get everything. I want to get the torque converter and the starter off before and get whatever bell housing bolts I can down there out. And the header bolts out. And I'll leave these top bell housing bolts till last. That way we can just get them right here. Chain her up, lift her out, guys. June bug. Here we go. We got June bugs coming back already. First June bug of the season. Here we go. Look at this, guys. Who wants a June bug? Huh? They're back. Going. Now I got all these fancy lights in here. They'll be in all the time probably. It ain't even June and we got June bugs. Go figure. Okay, so what holds that rad? Let's get that rad out of there. Rad in that fan. Got a 1/2-inch ratchet wrench. I'll just do a bunch more stuff up here tonight, I guess, before we get down underneath. That's probably the wrench that fell on the ground, guaranteed. No, that's a 9/16. Which shoulder did I throw the 1/2-inch over? It's in my bucket. Right there. Yep. Which shoulder did we throw it over? We don't know. A bunch of us are trying to plan a trip to the car show in Cape Breton this year. A few of us are trying to plan to head up there again. And North Sydney, up at the car show. We went there. Me and Doug went with Chad and Jolene last year. Had an awesome time. Met lots of good people up there too. It was great. So we were doing some work at Places Unknown here. They got some nice vehicles and they're interesting going. So I think there might be quite a cruise coming up. A bunch of us cruising up there. And I'm trying to figure out which vehicle I want to take. I get this together and this runs good. I kind of like to drive this some, is what I'd like to do. The truck's cool. I love driving my old truck. It'll go. If this here ends up not being very good on the road, I've never driven it other than just down the road and back. And if this ends up not being very good, I'll take the truck for sure. But I kind of want to take this. I've had so many standards over the years. Well, the Charger I got now is the first automatic I've had in about 15 years. And then this car here is an automatic. And man, it's a lot different. Everything else I've done has been standard. So it's kind of nice to cruise along an automatic for a change. So I love driving my truck though. I do love driving my truck. It still needs a hydraulic slave cylinder kit on. I did adjust the clutch up on it and made it better. That dual friction center force ceramic clutch in it, that old pressure plate pushes hard. You get in town and stuff now, I just slide it in neutral. I don't even bother trying to hold it anymore. That's what happens when we get older, guys. Unfortunately, that's what they say, eh? There, get that. She's a whip. Don't want to run into that rat. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Where's that screwdriver? Is there a gap there? Is there a gap there yet? Nope. Didn't realize how short I am until I get down in here. I gotta buy some stools, guys. Us hobbits gotta have some stools to stand on. I guess I don't really want to, but I got. Come on, you're coming. I don't want to hit it with a hammer. I could hit that with a hammer though. She's almost there. She's sticking. She's a sticky Ricky. Sticky Ricky. Where's that little hammer? Where is that other hammer? Didn't really want to hit it with a hammer, but we'll just give her a couple light taparoos. Turn her back and forth to the other side, another taparoo. She ain't hurting nothing there. Ain't hurting nothing there. I was hoping. She's being a sticky Ricky, guys. Sticky, sticky Ricky. Sticky Ricky. Fighting me all the way this time. There it goes. Didn't beat on her hard enough to hurt anything. She's just taking the wiggles. Wiggle jiggles. I'll have to watch a video, see what old Dougie did today. Say I haven't talked to him. And got a note for him in the house I got to hand to him. Buddy stopped in and left a note for him here the other day. If you're an old kid, Steve, I'll get it to him tomorrow, buddy. Be to him tomorrow. Come on. Just another rap-a-tap-tap here, maybe. Stick there pretty good. End of that shaft. Spray a little lube down in there. I should have a little bit here somewhere. Where's my lube? I just don't want to pry too hard. And I get a better primer. Good. It's go-go juice down in there. I don't know how much cleaning on this motor I'm going to do because I know it's not staying in here. I don't know if I'm going to paint it much or just put it in or what I'm going to do yet. Wiggle, wiggle. There she goes. I guess she just had to have some old WD slid to her. Man, this bent over is for the birds, ain't it? Come on. Watching me fighting with this is like watching for birds, ain't it? Oh. Just in the wrong direction here. In the wrong direction here. Just had some company stop in there for a minute, so I just let her go there for a minute. And I was tapping on that, guys, and there was still one bolt that had 3 or 4 threads left in it here. Well, I thought it was just setting the aluminum. Rookie material there. Should have known better. Sometimes I get talking and forget what I'm doing, I guess. All right, what do we get left here? Fuel line is off. Power steering is unhooked. We got the Radiator. How do they have that mounted in there? inch, 9/16 on the tranny lines. We'll pop that right out now. Might as well, we're right here. Screw the drain plug back in. It's the one thing you always seem to forget. And then of course that there whole thing it wants to turn. 5. 9/16 or 5/8. What's that one? 5/8. The tranny lines, the whole fitting's turning. Back her up. Back it up, another wrench here. Ouch. It's funny they break free to smash around. Away she goes. Away she goes. Move that drain pail so I don't get ATF in it. Move that. This side. I'll probably get this rat out and then call her a day for today, probably. I should get it jacked up and get torque converter bolts out, but there's always another day. There's that one. I can't reach that one from here. Can I reach it from there? See if we can reach this one from over here. I try to get a few things set up, but you always need more tools. Never fails. There's lots warm in the valley of being your t-shirt today, but slide up to the mountain here and it's 4 to 5 degrees cooler, and you still got to slide a shirt on, guys. No place like home, though. Come to the mountain nice and quiet. The coyotes were out tonight. You can hear them kayaking. They got something out back in the backfield. And a few rabbits around. Imagine the coyotes are after them rabbits. We ain't got as many deer as you guys do down there in Ohio. That's for sure. I stopped counting 14 or 15 when we left Ohio there the other morning, dead on the road. I'm lucky if I see 14 or 15 here in 2 years pretty near up here. Okay, now, what brackets do they got on this radiator? There's ones there and there. Yeah, let's rip this rat out right while we're here. 1/2 inch wrench, 1/2 inch impact. Don't take too long to do these. This old motor's slide out of here pretty quick. Slide out pretty quick. I gotta make a phone call though. What's that TV show? I want to make a. Anyways, I can't think of it. A call to a friend to help get the hood off. Yeah, make a call to a friend. I helped him take some doors off down there the other day, so we're on the other end of that. It's my turn for the phone call. Should have my little ratchet in here, but I don't have it here. Dougie's got her. Dougie's got her. There we go. Dougie's got her. Two more bolts, and we should be saying lickety split on this one. Drop that socket down there. Where'd that go? To places unknown. Places unknown where that socket went. Right down through that frame, didn't it? Oh, right there. Right there. All right. 2 more bolts. 2 more bolts. Alright, that should be, they got little brackets on that, and I see a wire over there. Wire. Lovely little ground wire. Oh, that's attached by nothing. Okay, that should give us our radiator. Where am I going to put this now? Out of the way, back here. Yeah, how are we doing, guys? How are we doing? We're doing all right. So yeah, rad's out. Power steering's off. Fuel lines are off. Here's the power steering cap. Look at that. I knocked that off the other day. There. Right to, everything likes going to the floor. Way it is. So now, yeah. Now I gotta get her jacked up. Jacked up, throw her on stands. I'll pull the torque bolts out. Nuts. Ford has nuts. Take the torque nuts off. Starter off. Headers. 2 motor mount bolts. And then I'll need a hand with the hood to slide this thing out. Anyways, guys, that's all for tonight. I think I'm going to call her a day. So I've been up and going since about 6:30. And it's 10 or something now. So we're good to go. We're good to go. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for all the good comments, subscribes, likes. And we're gonna keep sliding at her. I want to drive this car. I would like to drive it better with the 460, but I just ain't got the time for the pieces I need for the 460 for now. So we'll just slide another motor in her. Down the road I go, right? So thanks for coming out, guys. Catch you on the next one.